There is some steam here. I can see it without the camera in the light. There it is. I have a spoon down there. The black spoon is right there. This is the spoon right here. This is the spoon. It's just there to keep it there. I don't have a place to set it down because I like to put it in my mouth. I don't want it to touch any other surface except the bowl or the sponge. Okay, those are fries. That is a fry that fell through. I have the tongs on the fries, which is as good as it gets with fries, and I need to use the tongs to go in there to get that fry, and I can't because it's not safe to do that to the tongs. So it's no from me. But so I need someone from Kroger supermarket and Smith supermarkets because they are I guess some kind of connection between Kroger and Smith's, like ownership or that, like, because having to do with them being chain supermarkets. So I need them to send whoever delivered the French fries to come and get this one fry out of here. But really, she owes me a key to live someplace else. She can leave it there. But then she has to give me a key to live someplace else. And then once I get to that next place, she can come back in here and clean up the fry so that it's not like just in the air. It should just be in the dumpster and then it will be trucked off. I don't have a garbage disposal. She doesn't need to worry about that. It doesn't go down the sink either. So it's there. I can't get it now. This is hot. I don't want to touch it now. Okay, well, the fries are hot. I need to sit down and eat them right away. But it's not really like finished. I can use this to touch the pan. And now I have moved it with, like, see how it touches these things? It's moving this over here and moving this over here. That's not my problem. I'm due elsewheres. Someone should get that fry and take it out and throw it in the dumpster after I am elsewheres in a new place that's just for myself alone. And I can cook in a new place just for myself until I die out of the prejudice of this problem that you think that's for me to clean that up because that's what you do when you eat the soul's food. You just clean everything to leave it like you were never there. Yes, but God knows where you are. God is also doing the cleaning for himself, and you don't know how to get out. I know you want to force me out the door. You want to teach my body a lesson, not to talk to everybody who's not myself. And that's why you want me not to talk to everybody who's not myself, and exactly why I should worry about myself, to myself, for myself, about myself again, because I'm just here just for myself is really me, just having to worry about myself. Why do I need anything from anybody else, right? That's because I'm not anybody else to you. I am myself to me. I'm not somebody else to you. I am God deceased to you. And if you don't believe it, that's you don't see it, but it's alive that way. Okay, Charles Toe brought this ketchup. And this ketchup is arrived with the fries that I have here. But I baked the fries. Um, whoever delivered the fries did not bake the fries for me. So I need a little of Charles Toe's ketchup, but I'm not going to get more. This is not possible to replenish it from Charles Toe unless I see him, but I don't see him now. I don't know where he is, but he's not here. I don't see him now. I clicked my tongue because I'm angry with myself, but why? I should be angry with you, but why? Because there's something wrong with you. Okay, so I have to set this down on the table and I'll have to wipe it down later. I don't know if these fries are any good. Hope for the best. They need salt. They need oil. Yeah. A ride of fries would have been better, maybe, huh? Or not. We don't know. With the rider, there aren't any. If someone else doesn't do the shopping for you, how do you know what you can eat? And if you don't do the shopping for yourself, how do you know what you can eat? Okay, I have these packets of ketchup. I can have more, but they're from Charles, so I can just keep them. I'm gonna die pretty soon, and then I won't have to keep these things anymore, but I'll keep these for now. This came with the fries. I can open the ketchup now, but it's homeless. Whoever gave me the ketchup, it's homeless. I make it homeless, just like you make it homeless. Do you make sure that you don't get anything out of what you do for me because you don't mentally afford to give anybody anything? Because you're so far in the wrong that you're not in prison. That's really pretty much what you're trying to live with, but you won't go to prison. Don't know why. It looks like you would maybe want to be there. You'd rather be there. That was the bottle. Yeah, can't afford you. It sounds like an FART, but it's the bottle. Okay, let's see what this is. Charlie Sheen. It's the cell's house key. He's an alcoholic, is not Jew. Does Joellen want me to fuck a boyfriend for her? Just one? What does she know about my PIN number? That's what made me ask. I should have started with that. The PIN number is 2611. That bank account is closed. So what was the PIN number for? You give a PIN number when the bank account is open. And when the bank account is closed, what happens to the PIN number? Because I haven't been using it because it's closed. The PIN number is expired or closed, whichever way you want to look at it, from year 2002 onwards. And I'm alive here in 2025 without using the PIN number witnesses myself. It's so far in the wrong, I have to say, is God doing that? So, who is answering that question? Why does Joellen want a PIN number with myself? Is she homeless? I know, but why doesn't she want to go to prison? Well, if it's her house, it's not if she's living in Oregon. Why wasn't she in Oregon in 1995 when I got the PIN number? Was she saving up to go to Oregon? Who does that? Who does that? Does she think I'm working for her virginity? Is she not a good girl because she has a boyfriend named Ben Pearlstein? So it's not her virginity. Or is she sorry that she broke her virginity around me? Would you have this conversation in front of her? No, right? Neither would I. That's like 20. No, that's longer. That's about 30, 31, 32, 33 years ago. About Ben Pearlstein. I don't know what year that is. I don't know. 1993? Oh, Israel. Yeah, Israel. 1993. I'm not going to jail for you. You want me to do a whole lot of sin of commission to support your lifestyle's condoms, and I'm not going to jail for you. I don't know why you're having sex in public if you're not going to fight to go to jail and prison. That means you're having sex in public for money. Nobody can afford that. There's no one in the world who can stop you or tell you otherwise. Nobody can tell you what's wrong with you. You are definitely aware of it, and you're just malicious. You don't do that unless you're inside of a jail so that you can die. You can't just die in a public address. You can't fuck with somebody in a public address and let other people wander around the doorways. Like you don't know who's going to walk in the door because it's not locked inside the house. I'm God deceased right here, but maybe not to you. Why would I have a problem like that? I have more problems than you do. If I'm God, why would I have more problems than you do? Why would I have any problems at all? And why do I have more problems than anyone ever? If I'm God, Why would I have more problems than you? More problems than anyone you know? More problems than anyone anywhere ever? If I'm God, why would I have any problems at all? Why wouldn't I just have no problems because I'm God? Who are you anyway? Did I know you? Get nose up there, but I don't. You want me to be sorry about your virginity, Joe Allen? Well, I didn't bought you a house. You walked right into an open door. You want me to be, wow, I'd be standing outside the front door like a butler outside the front door. I'm outside the front door and I'm a butler in that scenario. Well, I'm not a male. I don't have a dong genital, Joe Allen. You don't know whose house it is. You don't know whose house it is was always interesting to everyone in heaven. Joellen, do you need a best friend? And then you want to blame your best friend for not being enough of a best friend to you. You want me to come to Oregon to see you without you calling me and telling me your address. Why'd you tell me you were going to Oregon? You want me to come and find you in Oregon? You want me to look everywhere? But what do you want me to do for you in Oregon? Because that's me doing something for you in Oregon. If I come to Oregon, I should come with about a suitcase full of cash and just give it to you. I'm not going to see Joellen in Oregon unless I have $10 million in an armored truck. Is that what we say? Brinks Home Security armored truck. Drive that to Oregon and let Joellen go in the back. No. I'll go in the back and get it for her, and I'll unload all the money in her driveway and leave. Whatever fits in there. Is 10 million too much? Is it like 2 million or 3 million that would fit back there? Whatever maximum fits in the armored truck of a Brinks Home Security armored truck for their security for their money problem. So Brinks is the company. That's what I would drive over to Joellen's house in Oregon if I knew where it was. And I'm not going there without the Brinks logo on the side of the truck so everyone can see its company Brinks. And unload the cash in her driveway. If she doesn't bring it back to Brinks Company because it's their money, and tell them that they have to store the money with Brinks, keep it there like it's a bank, and keep it. Well, that would be the test as to whether or not she can afford the value of the money itself. I didn't just test her like that, like unload $10 million or $2 million, whatever fits in the armored truck that you could park outside of Joellen's house in state of Oregon someplace. So just unload all the money there is in the Brinks truck on the driveway of the house, and then hope the wind doesn't blow it away before Joellen finds it. Or what if it blows all over her yard? Do you think she would pick up every dollar? To your house. Joellen, you want to pay your mortgage with this money? And you don't want someone to drop. You think she would even come out? Do you think Joellen would even come out of that house to look for the money? Would she come out like God? She used to call my phone number. What are the chances of that? It's 414. We don't have to dial the area code because it's local. But it's in Ozaukee County. My house that she called was in Ozaukee County. It's a condominium. And she called from Milwaukee County, but they were different area codes later on. But they originally were both 414 area codes. And she called my house. How does she know all the other numbers? She can know 414, but you don't have to dial that. And then how does she know the other 7 numbers? Well, if I dropped $10 million in cash or $2 million or $3 million, whatever fits in the truck, if I just dumped that out from Brinks Home Security onto the driveway of her house, would she come out and find it there? Would she say, oh, yes, this is mine to myself? Or would she say, is that Becky? What are you doing? Yeah. Do you know why I don't have the money? I'm none higher than he, deceased right here, and I don't have the money. Mm-mm. I don't have it. But that's how I can threaten her that I could give her money from me. In Oregon or ever. Yes, it's my testimony. To the judge, you don't have to know this. The judge knows my testimony. I have not been to Oregon in my life. And it's not due to go there without an armored truck full of cash in the back. All US dollars. It's Brinks Home Security and Brinks, security truck. It's their money for the order. Well, otherwise it's the soul's money, but we don't know that. Joellen doesn't know it's the soul's money. She has to say, oh, it's Brinks' money. If she says it's the soul's money, where does it go? Back to Brinks? Not really. She has to say it's Brinks' money to bring it back to Brinks. If $1 blows away in the yard, I think she should not go into her purse and take out an extra dollar to make up for it. Does she have a purse? Maybe in her car? Does Joellen have a purse? I used to have a backpack purse, but I don't use that anymore. Does Joellen use a backpack purse? What's she doing in Oregon with a backpack purse? In Arizona? She didn't come and get it because it's hers. You mean she didn't fight me for that she would have a purse and I don't? If she has a car, I have a purse? Because I don't have a car, but I still have a purse. I mean, had one. Yeah, the landlords knew about it. Have you ever tried paying rent out of a purse? Yeah. I'm telling you, my landlords are jonesing for that. I am grown from having been really young. I have been alive a long time, even though I'm not that old. I'm 48. It's old for me, but it's not that old. I didn't start at 18 and become 48. I started at 3 and became 48. Time to microwave the rest of the fries, yeah. They're not warm anymore. If I was in a restaurant, I'd have that problem. Del Taco fries, you have to eat them right away. So what are you all waiting for? If you know that I'm not God to God this way, How are you going to die in God and die out of God so you can be reformed? Ascended, that you get a higher life form. Because you're a shunt right now. You have to be a shunt, and you have to move your shunt up. How you really have to go out. If you die out, then God will lift you up. But you're not going to go there because I'm deceased right here. You have to do that in the 1980s, but not really. You have to be born in Africa, but not really. I don't know, there's no real plan for you. You have illegal genitals. Hey, you illegally arrived in illegal genitals, and you have to get yourself out of that. My illegal genitals are mutilated. Michael Michelson. Ooh, tongue clicker, get out. Michael Michelson. Jesus Michael Michelson. There's Joel Cohen in there now. Joel space Cohen. He's not really Jesus that way. Jesus would be myself as Joel, Johl, but it's not alive that way. I'm Becky. It's deceased. Becky's mutilated genitals are deceased. Okay, if you think these french fries are looking good, like you want to eat them to get me out of this camera recording. So remember, look for South Park teaching the South Park fourth graders how to do downhill skiing, how to downhill skiing. So the skis that are straight ahead, like parallel in line, and going down the hill. That's French fries. And if they want to stop the skis on South Park cartoons, the skis go in this way to point at each other to stop, and that's called pizza. Pizza and French fries downhill skiing. Yeah. I just wanted you to know I remember. South Park is on Comedy Central. And I guess you can see it, maybe see it on YouTube. Some of it. Or all of it. Just think. You're going to say, get out to me until my last breath that you can see. And then after that, I'm going to say, get out to you. And Superior Founder. First, you're going to get out of my world. And then you're going to be in Superior Founder. And you're going to get out of Superior Founder. And then you're going to get out of your genitals. And then you're going to get out of prison. And then you're going to get out of myself. And you're going to be out somewhere and nowhere that you can think about right here. And you're not going to be able to get out. And that's going to be how I treat myself within yourself. That's where myself and yourself wants to go and be. If it's over there in you. When Taylor Swift finally quits her job being a songwriter and singer and guitar player and piano player, wait, let me back up. Guitar player, ukulele player, banjo player, okay, say it the other way. Guitar player, acoustic guitar player, banjo player. She doesn't play the violin or fiddle. Did you just click my tongue again? Tongue clicker, get out. So she plays a piano. And then she dances after that. Wow. Why dancing? She didn't say no to that. She can't? What? She didn't study how to dance. I would say no to the dancing if I were Taylor Swift. Yeah, because of the guitar. Is she not playing anymore? No more guitar? If she can't play the guitar anymore, she shouldn't sing anymore. She's not the queen in heaven. She has illegal castration of a penis genital named after illegal castration of a dung genital. So Taylor, and then Swift, and she's due deceased to myself. And she's going to die because she's not the queen in heaven creating the music, which would not be in public. That's what I mean. There's something wrong with it. I hope Taylor Swift doesn't need the microphone so that she doesn't see herself outside barefoot with no clothes on. So she needs a microphone contract with a lot of other people that she'll die comfortably inside someplace with microphones or around there. Or maybe having to do with the address on the recording contract. It has to be the studio in someplace else. What about a car? I've done 1,000 videos and more on YouTube of like over my mental capacity as the soul of the superior founder deceased, which is how I arrived here. Sort of. It was none higher than me deceased is how I arrived here, but I don't hold that in the leverage. It died. Yeah. So, but I'm come back to it again. It's how I entered into the leverage, right? I'm not here. I don't have all the leverage and none higher than me, but it's in all the leverage that I am right here. So, for Taylor Swift, she's due deceased to myself. But I still see her all over the internet. And after all the blessing, if you know what I mean, that it is to be singing into a microphone, quite ecstatic and interested in the music being really divine. And she makes a lot of points with her mouth and her voice singing words into the microphone. She does make a lot of points. She's very high that way. But she has too big of crowds right now on the internet. I don't have a specific reference to what I see on the internet. I'm just going to testimony that I see Taylor Swift crowds on the internet are too big. She doesn't have herself deceased out of the crowds. And I'll point out something I see with the crowds that are too big are the screens. They're high definition screens, like television screens, but high definition screens with her on there. And they're too big. That's too much money. She doesn't have that much money to be formed with blonde hair. That's not due. And if she had black hair, she wouldn't sing that many songs. She would have died from singing that much. She has illegal genital penis castration, illegal feminine. She has mutilated genitals from the microphone. I don't have such a luxury. I don't have mutilated genitals from a microphone. I have mutilated genitals from a Hot 1000 list of boyfriends. My dad couldn't get out of my house. With himself. Goodbye. Nobody wants a dad that way. Dad. If you don't have a dong genital, you're not a dad. He talks over his penis like dad is responsible for him being there. Not there exactly. Dad's responsible for him having a penis, but not where it is. He has, like, he can walk around and he can move a car. Or move in a car. He should be outside homeless barefoot so he doesn't drive a car, get in a car, go anywhere near my house. Dad is gonna die, cause of death, who penis indoors. Who penis do in Africa, so you're not dad anymore. A lot of French fries, huh? You think that was more than a large order of fries at McDonald's? These look like McDonald's fries to you? Or what about In-N-Out Burger, huh? Mm-hmm. I'm almost done. I'm almost ready to rest. But when I rest out of walking around this whole world trying to decease my leverage with a pair of shoes on, well, I'm going someplace after this where I can rest a little bit. I'll be angry. Yeah, but I won't be walking. I'll need that. I'm not really allowed to walk. Well, I won't walk again. This is the last time. I like walking for myself, but I don't need to. I'll do that in my own creator, but not here. Not in these parts of myself. You can see me walk in my own creator. You can see it. But you won't get any money for what you see. It is sort of money to watch, though. I would give you that. I want to have sex someplace in the afterlife where I can think about you, but you don't think about me. Like you're not getting any money for it up in here, yeah. Judge Kevin Ross for the Justice Network. What is it called? Justice. Gloria Allred is on that network. Judge Gloria Allred. Judge Christina Perez. Well, Judge is me now, but they don't leave their shows. I don't know why. I'm the judge, and I don't have a show called Christina Perez and Judge. Like she has a show, Judge and Christina Perez. It's Christina, Christina. Excuse me. Perez is what I think the last name is, but if I'm wrong about the last name, I'm sure about the first name. She has light colored hair, like blonde or light colored. She might speak Spanish, but I don't think I've ever heard her speak Spanish. I wouldn't say that. I don't remember. Yeah, she speaks perfect English, that's true. I'm putting you out of myself. I know you think I can't tie my shoes because I'm wearing Adidas flip-flops right now. You think I can't tie my shoes. I wouldn't be tying my shoes in here. I would wear Adidas flip-flops, but I'd wear them in a nice house with nice flooring. What about the cork bottom shoes? I'm about out of time here. I just want to mention Lisa, Coutris, or Lisa from a house I was invited into as a guest in Tucson, Arizona. She had some cork bottom shoes. And I went and bought some myself and I wore them because I thought they were comfortable. I thought I liked them. I've had about 4 pairs of them in my whole life. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pairs? Okay. Halflinger, is that the brand? Okay, I'm done. I'm a good boy. I finished that all. I was hungry, but I didn't have a proper dinner tonight.